Hello, Potato. Welcome to You Don't Have to Be Happy Hour, where today's beverage should be showing up any time and relative dimension now. Yes, as always, I have picked a beer based entirely on the label, but it's Doctor Who themed beer. How could I not? From Urban Roots in Sacramento, California, we have double dry hopped, bigger on the inside, West Coast Double India Pale Ale. It's a lot of words for a pint of beer. Pull to open doesn't work. You do have to actually use the tab here. But while this is almost certainly not officially licensed, it does actually have the little St. John Ambulance logo on it, just like the real thing. Yeah, I used my Lego one because why not? It's brewed and fermented and canned by Urban Roots Brewing, Sacramento, California, DDH West Coast Double India Pale Ale, Citra, Mosaic, and Simcoe. None of those things mean anything to me. I mean, mosaic. I know what a mosaic is, but I don't know what that means in reference to a beer. Urban Roots Beer, please recycle. Normal warning, Independent Craft Brewers Association. What's the alcohol in this? 8.6% by volume. It's a full pint of Double India Pale Ale. I know I've done India Pale Ales on here, IPAs. I know IPAs are like I don't know if it's a big thing or just a joke, but I know I've heard IPA a lot in reference to beer, frequently in the in a joke. But of course, the best thing of all, aside from it being a Doctor Who themed beer, it's Doctor Who themed beer with a label that's going to come off the can, hopefully fairly easy, and be able to go in the book. Because last time we did a beer, it didn't go in the book. Actually, last two or three, You Don't Have to Be Happy Hours, or at least You Don't Have to Be Happy Hour kind of adjacent things. I couldn't put them in the book, but this time it will go in the book. So let's open up our beer TARDIS here and see what a bigger on the inside West Coast Double India Pale Ale beer looks like. Saying ale and beer is repetitive, isn't it? Because ale is a type of beer. It's like saying a lager beer, isn't it? It shows my ignorance of the subject. But then again, I have never made a secret of my ignorance of the subject. So it is a very pale beer, a little cloudier than like that Eagle Vision American lager. It's got more of a head on it, I think, than that one did too. Smells of beer, maybe a little fruity. Or maybe I'm just like, my nose like just blurs these all together now, but I almost smell like a little fruitiness there. I mean, predominantly smells of beer, but I feel like I'm smelling a little something else there. Maybe that's the Simcoe. I have no idea. I thought Simcoes are something the Sims used. All right. So, will this send me on a trip through space and time? Let's find out. Again, just a little fruity smell in there. I'm not sure what it is. Definitely got a strong flavor, mostly of beer. A little bitter. I mean, quite a tangy beer. Very kind of bitter. Also feels like it's giving me a little bit of heartburn, like just straight off. I mean, there's nothing, as much as I want there to be something like really special about this Doctor Who beer, it's pretty center of the road as far as I'm concerned. It's not bad, but it definitely leaves a taste in your mouth though. Still like a strong, not totally unpleasant, bitter flavor just rolling around on my tongue, even though I've drank it 30 seconds ago. It's still there. It's still letting me know that you just drank some of this. Maybe that's the double dry hopped, or maybe that's the Double India Pale Ale of it. I don't know. I will say it's probably not one I'm going to go back for seconds on. I mean, obviously I will finish what I bought. I'm not going to waste it. I don't feel like this is one if I see it again, I might buy more. There've only been a few that I really would buy more if I saw them again. And this is not one of them. Maybe I'm just not an India Pale Ale person. I really should go back and I guess rewatch all these You Don't Have to Be Happy Hours and kind of gauge my reactions to see, is there something in particular I like? Because I'm feeling like maybe IPAs aren't a thing that I like. I feel like I've had a good experience with kind of dark lagers. I know I really liked that Black Plague in my Darkest Sour, which again I bought solely based on the label. This one, this is beer. It's not weak. I'll definitely give it that. I feel like I'm getting a little hint of fruitiness, and I don't know what it is. It's not something strong like the pineapple in the Tiki Mai Tai. It's not as strong and fruity as in my Darkest Sour. Definitely doesn't have that corn flavor of the American lager. But yeah, I suppose I need to start keeping track of what I'm enjoying more and kind of figure out what beers I like. So maybe at some point, before I'm 60, I can pick beers based on the beer instead of picking them based on the label. But let's face it, it's a Doctor Who beer. I never would have passed that up anyways. But yes, it's not my thing. It's not bad, but it's definitely not, it's not a beer that says Void on it. It's bitter, very strong aftertaste. Otherwise, flavor-wise, just kind of center down the road. Tastes like a beer. It's a beer that tastes like a beer. And if you're a person that likes beer that tastes like a beer, it's probably the beer for you. Or maybe not. I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't know what you like. And then, if you guys would tell me what I should try, I would keep an eye out for them. I'm not going to go out of my way. And obviously, if it's something that's local to you and you're not in the Sacramento area, it's probably not a thing I could get a hold of. That's I do seem to find a lot of these beers made locally. But yeah, that's all there is to say about this one. Not one of my favorites, but I do really like the can's artwork. And that alone does make it worth the price of admission. So I hope you found this at all interesting or entertaining. If you did, go ahead, give the video a like. Thank you for watching. And remember that when it comes down to it, it's all just a bunch of wibbly wobbly drinky winky stuff anyways. I'll see you in the next video.